Director of Cirque Dreams HolidaZE, Neil Goldberg.
This is the environment that I grew up in. I love to be in a theater that has a stage and be able for audiences to sit in that seat, and when that curtain comes up, transport them to some magical place that for 2 hours, they're not thinking about anything else except how do they do that? We've been here before. The theater space is beautiful. The town has been great for us, you know, all the accommodations and all the logistics that go into what we need to do. So Wabash audiences have been really supportive of the Cirque Dreams brand throughout the years. We've had several shows here, including HolidaZE, but this production has many, many new elements in it, one of which you've just seen. That's why it takes us a little bit of time to put this stuff together. And it has to do with touring and logistics. We started Cirque Dreams HolidaZE 8 years ago. This year we have 3 companies touring simultaneously. So over the course of 6 weeks, we'll be hitting over 50 cities. For those folks that have seen the show before, we want to make sure they realize we put in, there's 5 brand new production numbers, and we're really trying to encompass the entire holiday season. So this number you just saw was all about New Year's. There's a whole number about Thanksgiving. There's a whole number about Hanukkah for the Jewish audiences, and a couple other things. And we always boast over 300 costumes. This year the show has over 500 costumes. We've really elevated it, and there's just something in this show for everyone. The process is a little bit different than musical theater, even though we like audiences to know that even though our title has the word Cirque in it, this is really a combination of Broadway, holiday stage spectacle, and circus artists. But not circus artists you see in the United States or on America's Got Talent. We scour the globe to bring performers in. There's artists in this cast from 12 different countries. It's really important to us that audiences see something different in this theater experience that they can watch on YouTube or they can watch on television or they see somewhere else. Because the logistics are so challenging, we come very, very prepared. Our rehearsals start back in our studio in Fort Lauderdale, but the technical process has so many layers. There's dance production numbers, there's the choreography, there's the costumes, there's the lighting, there's the props, there's the sound. And we take those 5 to 7 days in a theater environment, and that's the only place that we can properly layer that in. The work ethic of these artists is second to none. Most of them have been practicing what they do from the age of 3 or 4 years old until one day they realize that they're doing it better than anyone else in the world. And then someone like us, me, or Cirque Dreams comes around and says, okay, now we're gonna bring you to America and transform what you've already created into being able to tell a story about the holiday season. And so we also like audiences to know that there's no story per se. There's 20 scenes in the show, and every scene tells a different story. So there's a scene about New Year's, there's a scene about wrapping presents, there's a scene about ornaments. So when the show opens, it's this breathtaking moment. Sometimes audiences love to hear the story that when I was 8. Can we? Mind that you have these instruments in front of you. Sorry, guys. Tara? One common denominator for everyone is that they can count to 8. So in the world of musical theater, the vocabulary of the show is really the music, and everything is in 8s. So not only have these artists from these other countries learned to count to 8 in English, we've also learned to count to 8 in Russian, in Chinese, in Spanish, in German, in French, and so that helps tremendously. Every scene they're fully produced, they're big production numbers. A lot of these artists grew up specifically over in Europe in circus, so we bring them here and we start giving them dance training and dance classes. The 30 artists, everyone has a minimum of 10 costume changes. The costumes are all inspired from holiday ornaments, which I started collecting at the age of 8. And so most people travel around in their travels and they'll buy a souvenir t-shirt or a baseball cap or a magnet. I bought ornaments. And so 8 years ago, I looked at my collection of over 10,000 ornaments and said, I need to do something more with this, because there's ornaments for everything. They're colorful, they're magical, they conjure images in your imagination. So the concept came from taking those ornaments, transforming them into costumes. That's why there's that steel frame tree as the centerpiece, and the performers dressed as ornaments are dangling from the tree when the curtain comes up, and then all the ornaments come to life. So what audiences see vary from Elvis appears in the show as an ornament, There are reindeer, obviously Santa makes his appearance. There's candy canes, but like we'll take a candy cane and then we'll bring in some girls from the Mongolian State School of Contortion and we'll put them inside the candy canes. So the candy canes can twist like unlike any other candy cane has ever twisted. Love to thank everyone in Wabash for supporting us through the years. We're here for 2 nights. This is a great show to put anyone into the season spirit. I mean, a lot of folks tell us that they just want to run out and start shopping the next day after they see this. There's something in the show for everyone. We try to keep it really affordably priced. The value that you get out of this 2-hour experience, I know it's my show, but I say this sincerely. There is no other show product out there that offers this kind of value with the costumes and the performance and the music and the live singing. There's all of those layers. So I think people will really enjoy.